Insidious 3. I have never really been into any of these movies. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that walked out of the first Insidious.
I do remember the first Insidious seemed to be very polarizing, where you came out and you told me how horrible it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow. Hey, everybody, I hear it's terrible. And everybody was like, no, man, that movie was a lot of fun. It's like a roller coaster ride. It's like a haunted house. I don't know what Corey's deal is.
It's that movie today where you ask people, where you say, man, I heard, if you haven't seen it, you say, man, I heard Insidious wasn't that good. And people respond, no, Corey's full of shit. Because I walked out of that movie and I was just like,
You're proud.
I was proud. I was like,
who's with me?
Shit, it was like that. Shit, man, I just saw one of the worst fucking movies of all time. Everybody gonna hate this shit like me.
Right, y'all?
Yeah, ain't that right? Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, they still watching the movie.
Everybody like, shit, we going to see this again, man. Fuck you. What the fuck? And another thing, these movies, I don't remember too much because I hate to admit it, but there's a part where I just kind of doze off. Every one of these movies, I have.
Every one of them?
Every one of them. There's a part where I have dozed off and thought, am I missing something? Was there something crucial?
I remember you telling me how you would fall asleep in the first one.
Yeah. And I don't fall asleep for long. It's only for about 15, 30 minutes. But, I walk out these movies refreshed. I'll tell you that much.
There's the old lady who dies, and I guess the second one. So with this one being a character, it's a prequel.
It's a prequel, yeah. And they do kind of tease the prequel in that last movie. I liked how this starts out because we get some different characters right here, such as Quinn Brenner, played by Stephanie Scott. Oh my God, I'm being possessed by a demon.
See?
Shit. I know. They're like, you gonna talk that shit, Corey? Oh, this movie's fucking awesome. I'll give it up better than sex. Oh my God, say it 5 times in a row. Where was I? I gave this what? But no, let me start off with that. I don't know what was going on. I was coughing up that Chinese food I had tonight. Quinn Brenner, played by Stephanie Scott. She's a teenage girl who she misses the loss of her mother dearly. And so, of course, when she claims that the spirit of her late mother is trying to contact her father says, you crazy.
Yeah, you need to stop living in the spirit world and get in this world and help wash these dishes and raise your brother and help me out because I ain't got nobody to do housework no more.
She does that shit. She's always trying to act depressed. I miss mom. I think she tried to call. He's just like, girl, if you don't quit trying to act crazy and get out of chores and don't fucking help me with these dishes and this boy over here, shit, you think you crazy? I'm gonna show you a fucking demon.
Who's the dad? Is that Dylan McDermott?
Yeah, it's Dylan McDermott. And Dylan McDermott is a black father.
I mean, he really is on ass. He's like pretty much saying, God damn it, bitch, stop acting crazy.
Yeah.
But then one night she just gets tossed around her room. She gets carried to another floor and she's on the ground and she's screaming. And he's like, yeah, maybe we need a psychic.
Well, now in between, she gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems kind of major.
But it was a demon driving the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like her ass gets Final Destination by that car.
It's funny because the demon's been across the room the whole movie. When she could walk, the demon been in the shadows. Just, the moment she's in that wheelchair and his plan goes as planned, he walks into the room and looks around and is like, yeah, can't do nothing now, can you?
Yeah, it's like he walks out slowly swinging a pocket watch.
Yeah, and he pulls her ass in that wheelchair and just starts. She's like, ah!
Now, I'm sorry, that sounds fucking scary.
And no, in the beginning of the movie, it is scary.
Okay.
And the demon, like, he throws on the ground. He's almost injuring her to the point where she's wearing a neck brace.
Shit.
And that's when they have to call in the series regular here, who is Elise. And Elise has these gifts to where she could enter another realm and talk to the dead. However, these gifts in this particular film, she sees a spirit that says, you know what, you keep helping people. You know, the more you help people, the more I know how to find your ass, and I'm going to be waiting on you.
Do it again.
Yeah, do it again. I dare you. Yeah, I see you. This character of Quinn, she's trying to do things on her own because she knows her daddy ain't going to believe her. She knows that she can't go to the police, so she gets the name of a psychic, and it's Elise that we've seen in the last 2 Insidious movies. And she goes there, and she says, you know something, if nobody else is going to help me, I will take matters into my own hand, and you're the only person that I can depend on to actually help me reach my mother because I think she's trying to send me a message. She's like, is that your dog?
You hear that?
You might want to feed that motherfucker. He's on a chain, right? She looked like a black dude. She looked like a black dude looking back there. Not a dog.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a reason I had to stop doing this.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
You're going to be okay, Quinn. But take my advice and do not try to contact your mother on your own anymore.
She's like, God damn, I just gave this woman my last 22. She's like, well, shit, I lost that money. She's like,
They told me this was a ripoff.
She's like, I should have known. Got your ass off Craigslist. And I hate to say it, though. It's weird, but the demon is almost like, well, shit, you know, this fine young thing right here. You can't walk. Nobody's looking. I've been waiting for this chance for a month now. I mean, because he's always creeping.
Yeah.
He is creeping.
Yeah, he's always creeping into the room when, you know, he's behind a curtain. You know, she's on Skype talking to a friend. A friend is like, man, who's that naked man behind you?
I mean, she's got a horny teenage boy on the other side of the wall in the other apartment.
Yeah.
Who is very clearly into her.
Yeah. Like, what kind of shit are you into?
And yet he is not anything nearly as creepy as his ghost.
He starts to become rough, and the reason why is because he wants to bring her over to the next realm. He can only do that by killing her. And fortunately, Pops is there the whole time. I mean, when he was kind of rough on her at first, but now that she's in a wheelchair with 2 broken legs and needs her help, he's at her beck and call.
I was thrown out of bed.
If there was no one in your room, I would have seen them.
It wasn't a person.
Oh, this shit again.
It's something else.
You sure it wasn't just a bad dream?
No.
Dreams don't put me in a neck brace. Yeah, it was fucking Freddy Krueger. Now help me.
You got some good characters here, like pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
There's good things written for him to say. Like Corey said, you know, the human drama, it works. I actually cared. It's funny. A lot of good humorous dialogue came out of everybody to make it engaging. And plenty of the jump scares are effective. So my question is, what made this not a good movie? The directing, the editing. It's super choppy. There's no transition from one thing to the next. A scene just cuts and it's at the next thing. And then you get these places where I guess they set up a scare, but it just lulls to where Corey and I were kind of taking turns nodding off through it.
Yeah, Martin, I like in the movie, I tried. I was fighting. I was fighting as hard as I could, and then it got to a point, and I knew it was going to happen. You ever get to that point in the movie where you know you're just going to fall asleep and you're going to snore? And I tried to fight it because I knew I'd do that, and sure enough, next thing I know, things went black, and Martin was like, and I was like, what? Like, that's my biggest jump scare in the movie. You tapped me, and Martin...
I tapped you as lightly as I could because I didn't want to startle you.
Did you notice how, even though you tapped me...
I know, you did. You turned into Richard Pryor all of a sudden.
I was like the girl in the movie. It was like, and Martin was like, you snoring. I was like, oh. And the next thing I know, I heard Martin over there, but Martin caught himself.
Yeah.
Martin went like, no. But I did look at you and I say, see, man, got you too, didn't it?
No, that's the thing. I had already kind of dozed some and woke up, and then that's when I looked over to see how you were, and that's when I saw you nod, and I was like, oh, let him have. He looks so peaceful. But then once you start going,
yeah.
I was like, all right, you probably don't want people to hear you snore.
No, I don't. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
You don't want to be that guy.
No, because I look at Martin, and it's funny how we look at each other. I look at Martin like, look at this motherfucker here snoring like he at home.
Y'all motherfuckers like soldiers on watch and this shit. Like, you take 15 off, I'll keep watching.
And Martin's like, it's your watch, man. Okay. All right, man. But what we're trying to say is that the pacing is so weird in this, and this is what I don't like about the other Insidious movies. I give it credit for being a bare bones horror film. I give it credit for trying to be effective with very little. But man, there's points where there's hardly any music.
Yeah.
The scenes are slow and it's so bare bones that it just lulls me to sleep, man. And with the way Martin is talking about how the cutting is, it just throws the pacing off.
It does.
Yeah,
it'll just seem so dry, and you're like, technically, I like this, but man, they just sapped the life out of this.
They'll get you with a nice, and I don't even like jump scares, but that ghost.
They got some good jump scares.
I tell you what, whatever.
But shit, when she gets run over by that car.
Normally.
It's the whole theater going like, what the fuck? Whoa, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it was over, and people were still going like, woo.
Whoa, was that brutal?
Yeah.
You watch something like Rear Window, the Alfred Hitchcock movie, and the scares come from somebody being trapped who can't get out of a room. There's a scene where this girl's on the floor, and she can't move, and you can see the demon going around the room, cutting off every light. And
Oh, yeah, taking his time.
Oh, shit.
he shuts the door. It goes black. He starts cutting off the laptop. He cuts off the clock. He's pulling shit from out the wall, and then you see him approach her, and there's not shit she can do, and he just picks her ass up and just like. She's like, Daddy! Daddy! And Daddy coming in, huh? What? What's going on? She ends up looking like this when she's doing it. She's like, baby, you all right? Baby, what happened?
Speak to me.
The movie actually gets a little slower as it goes along.
Yeah.
And it happens when they bring in the character of Elise, because Elise is the one where she, when she comes in, she goes through all these trances. She's the one that goes into the other world, and you have to sit right there while she goes through these motions. And I'll tell you, this thing they call the further, the other world, the dark world. When you go there,
It ain't shit.
it ain't shit. It's
It's a dark room.
It's a
man.
dark room. It's a dark hallway. It looks like our world with the lights cut off, and it looks like Ghost in makeup. It looks like Ghost who are painted up to be in a spook house. I think it's for those people who really want jump scares, for people who want to see scary things hidden in the shadows. It's teenagers who like it a lot because those jump scares affect them the most. Somebody like me who sees a lot of films, and I'm trying to be as fair as I can right here. Somebody who sees a lot of this stuff, I know what to expect them. I know the beats, even though this has more effective jump scares than I'm normally seeing. It's just not my thing. I give it a rental because I think it's for the human drama. It sets it up above the other two films. And even like you said, Martin, some of the humor in here, like they have some of the two characters.
The ghost hunters.
Yeah, Tucker and Specs. And actually the guy that plays Specs is Lee Wanell. He directed this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you get these characters back. They're trying to show you how all these characters got together at one time because of the prequel. If you love that kind of thing, you love this series, and you want to like see the whole mythology come together, this is for you. If you didn't enjoy it before, this one probably is more enjoyable than the rest, but not enough for you to go out your way to make an exception with this. So yeah, it's a rental.
Yeah, it's got enough things to make me care and want it to be good. That's what makes it all that much more frustrating that it ends up just not being good, not holding on. Yeah, it does the opposite of what a movie should do, which is build and get faster as it goes. This slows way down. It's like, man, why are you trying to lose me? And the thing you tell me, like with those two characters, because yeah, they do kind of three kind of go off into the sunset to what will be, I guess, Insidious 1. I like those characters. I'd love to see them in that next movie, but I guess it's out already. And after this is done, I'm like, I don't want to see that movie. I just want to see those guys.
Yeah,
it's a rental.
Yeah, it's a rental. I don't know. Like I said, if you into it right now, you already bought into it. You invested. So yeah, and enjoy yourself. I'm not trying to take away anybody's fun.